Ladies and gentlemen, it is the first video back, and we are bringing to you today another tournament simulation. This time, the first time that we're going to be doing the 2025 African Cup of Nations. Now, I am recording this intro after I've actually done the simulation because I don't know how to do things in order. But if you're looking forward to seeing the simulation regardless, and for seeing videos back on the channel, make sure to hit that like button down below and make sure to just double check that you are subscribed to the channel. It's free, quick, easy to do, and it also supports the content that I'm trying to put out there. Right, enough of the self-promotion. Let's get into this tournament simulation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2025 African Cup of Nations simulation. My name is Craig, and today we are about to witness some of the finest talent to come out of Africa into world football. As you can see on the screen, a list of all the previous winners, runners-up, third place, and the hosts, of course, of the African Cup of Nations. Now, when the save started, the reigning champions were, of course, Algeria, who beat Senegal in the 2019 version. Since then, there's been two tournaments. In 2022, Ghana won the tournament, and of course the Ivory Coast won on the last tournament in 2023, when they were, of course, the hosts. The question is, can the Ivory Coast retain their crown as the best nation in Africa? Nobody has retained the African Cup of Nations since Egypt back in 2010, or in fact even in 2008. They won it 3 times in a row. But before we get to the knockout rounds, let us go through who has progressed from each of the group stages. So much like the European Championship counterparts under UEFA, of course, the African Cup of Nations is made up of 24 nations, from which 16 will qualify for the second round. Now, of course, this includes the top 2 in each group and also 4 of the best placed third placed teams. And now we will go through who has progressed from each of the groups and who will make it into the knockout rounds. First up is Group A, and we have in there Mali and Benin, who have qualified in the top 2. Morocco has also qualified in third place, having been one of the best third place teams with 4 points in third. Cape Verde, unfortunately, will be going home. In Group B, one of the African powerhouses being Nigeria have qualified with a 100% success rate, 3 wins from 3. South Africa qualify in second place. Guinea and Togo will be going home from the tournament. In Group C, Senegal, another powerhouse of Europe, are through, as are Angola. Zambia qualify as one of the best third place teams. Egypt are surprisingly knocked out, despite being multiple time winners of the African Cup of Nations. In Group D, the Democratic Republic of Congo are through with 2 wins and 1 draw. Cameroon are through ahead of Congo, who qualify as, again, one of the best third place teams in third place. Mozambique are out with 0 points to their name. Group E now, and Ghana, one of the powerhouses of African football, are through in top spot. Burkina Faso through in second with 5 points, and the Gambia go through as one of the best third place teams with 4 points. Madagascar are also out, unfortunately, with 0 points. And in Group F, another powerhouse and the reigning champions, the Ivory Coast, are through with 7 points, alongside Algeria, who had an equally impressive group stage. Libya and Uganda are both going home after disappointing campaigns. And so this leaves us with the final 16 teams in the African Cup of Nations 2025. Benin take on Angola, Nigeria versus Zambia, the Democratic Republic of Congo versus the Gambia, Mali versus Congo, Senegal versus Morocco, Ivory Coast versus Burkina Faso, Ghana versus Cameroon, and South Africa versus Algeria. Two of these 16 teams will be in the final, which we will be watching when it happens. Personally, my predictions, I have to go with Ghana versus... It's very open on that second side of the bracket, so I'm going to say Ghana versus Angola. I don't know why, I just think Angola could actually make it, even against some of the stronger nations such as Morocco and Algeria. But I wouldn't rule, for example, Algeria out, having just won it literally 6 years previously. But what we're going to do, we will be back for the final, and we will also look over the path of the 2 finalists and see how they made it to the final. Right, so it's been not just a few weeks in game to get to the final, but it's also been a few days in real life, as I've been away for the last 4 or so days. So now we're just getting back to it, and we now have our two competitors in the final, and they're the complete opposite of what I thought they would be. The Democratic Republic of Congo versus a team that I kind of wrote off in favour of Angola, Cameroon, which is not too much of a surprise on the side of Cameroon, but for the Democratic Republic of Congo, well, where are they even in the standings, in the FIFA World standings? 36th, okay. Okay, that's not too bad then. Cameroon at 18th, they're one of the highest ranked African nations, of course. But Congo looks like they've done a bit of a, quite a rise in the last few years. So from the second round, you had Benin, who went through on penalties, as well as Mali and the Ivory Coast, who just scraped past Burkina Faso. And Cameroon, they also went through on penalties. They beat Ghana, so Ghana were already out in the second round. South Africa made it through, as did Senegal, Congo after extra time against the Gambia, and Nigeria quite comprehensively. So that sets us up for the quarter-finals. Congo beat Benin. Who did they beat again in the second round? They beat the Gambia. Okay, that's a half-decent run so far, so they've avoided several of the big hitters. Nigeria knocked out the Ivory Coast, so we were guaranteed new winners after the quarterfinals. Cameroon beat Senegal, and Mali smashed South Africa 4-0. That's quite the surprising result. And of course, in the semi-finals, Congo did beat Nigeria 2-0. That is actually quite a good result. So the second round in the quarterfinals, you could argue Congo maybe had a slightly easier run, but beating Nigeria 2-0 is a big, big statement. Well done to them. Cameroon knocked out surprise package Mali, I suppose. 33rd. They've actually placed higher than Congo, whereas Nigeria were placed one below Cameroon. So had you seen this before the results actually came through, you'd have bet on Cameroon versus Nigeria in the final. There is the third place playoff. I don't think that has actually been played yet. I'll let you know the score once we get into the final, which of course we will be back for in just a few short minutes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the 2025 African Cup of Nations final. Cameroon will be playing against the Democratic Republic of Congo. I just got confused there because I don't know why it says COD. I don't know why Congo is abbreviated to COD. I have zero idea. But it is the Democratic Republic of Congo versus Cameroon for the African Cup of Nations Championship here in the final. We had the third place playoff earlier on. Nigeria lost to Mali 2-0. So Mali wrapping up what has to be a very successful tournament. Quite a surprising tournament maybe on their side. We go straight from kickoff here, and Cameroon are attacking early, and it's already no way! It's already a penalty for Cameroon. That is mad. I didn't even see who it was who went down. I apologise if I get some of these names wrong. It can be steps up, and it is 1-0. 45 seconds on the clock. Just to put into perspective, when we've done these simulations before, there has been no goals before maybe the first half an hour of a game. I don't know. If anyone's watched any of the others, just let me know if that is actually the case. Before we go on, we are just going to see the actual starting lineups for both teams. I mean, wow. I was hoping after kickoff had just happened, we'd be able to go through the starting 11s, but it's already been a goal. Cameroon are 1-0 up. So for the Democratic Republic of Congo, we have Badiashile in goal. Sorry for these names, by the way. I'm going to be tailbort them. Bola, Mbemba, Luyendama, and Twanzebe, who I know who he is, from Manchester United, I believe, are in the back four. Kinsombi at the base of midfield with Mutusami and Okolo in midfield. Kakuta in attacking midfield. Wamangituka. Oh, I know who he is. Wamangituka. I believe he plays in France. Up front alongside Kalulu. For Cameroon, you've got Onana. We all know who he is, don't we? I believe he plays for Atletico Madrid. Onana in goal. Yongwa, Beso, and Ongwin and Fuchs. Is that Christian Fuchs by chance? No, it's Giandru. J. Andrew Fuchs. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Hongla at the base of the midfield. Poha and Tamiz in midfield. Kudu on the left wing. Toko Ekambi, who's already scored the goal for Cameroon, on the right wing. And Ganago, up front. I apologise again for the brutality of my me pronouncing these names, because it's not very often I actually read out African names. Right, it's also the same for a lot of other nationalities as well, to be honest with you. Right, already Congo are on the attack here. It's only 5 minutes. They're playing some nice ball here. And look at that, it is 1-1. Some beautiful passing on the edge of the area, and Mutasami has just slotted it home. There was no chance of him being offside there. I was about to call it, but he wasn't. He was nowhere near offside. Cameroon playing so deep, they were literally in their own penalty area, but Mutasami slotted that home nicely after some beautiful work around the penalty area by Congo. And 5 minutes in, and it's 1-1. This is already more entertaining than the other finals in these simulations put together. Especially, oh my goodness, I was about to say especially those that took until the second half to get going, but this one is just straight up attack from the get-go. Congo have turned this around, and it's only 11 minutes. Kakuta slipping in Kalulu. I can't speak. Kalulu slotting home after a beautiful through ball by Kakuta. He's not offside for this one. Again, Cameroon just sitting so deep and not engaging the man. I have no idea why, but this is utterly insane. I wonder if this is going to be like this all the way through. Are we just going to see like a 5-5 happening? That would be hilarious if we did. Just looking at the stats here, Congo's players, their spine of the team is playing very, very well here. Cameroon just seem to have calmed down. They just seem to have lost all momentum, unfortunately, from that opening start. Within 1 minute, they had that penalty. But here they go again. They're going to try with another attack. About 7 minutes before half-time, Fuchs with the ball on the right. He swings it in, and it's just saved by the Congo keeper. It's over for a corner, but that was a great chance to go, well, to equalise, and that's just over. Cameroon pushing Congo hard, it seems, since Congo looks like they kind of just hit Cameroon on the break, sort of against the run of play, if you will, because it's been all Cameroon since Congo took the lead. It can be with the ball here. Plays it back to Fuchs. Fuchs has been getting a lot of space down that right hand side. Hongla into Poha, and that is in to Georgia's Kevin Kudu, who has picked up the well-deserved equaliser for Cameroon. It has been coming. Since like the 11th minute, Cameroon have kind of just dominated. And it has shown that on the grand stage of the African Cup of Nations final, the experience of Cameroon is telling. They are former winners of this competition, I believe. They know exactly what it takes to get the job done. And we go into half-time by the looks of it, all square. 2-2. What a first half that has been. Yeah, you can just see those 2 goals for Congo is what raised their XG to as high as it was. I say that, it's not even that high. But Cameroon certainly deserved their goals by the absolute looks of things. Kalambi into Luyendama. But Cameroon have just won the ball back, and it just looks like it could be a repeat of the first half if Cameroon go ahead and dominate. They have a free kick here with Fuchs taking Tamiz into Fuchs. All the previous simulations we've done so far have all gone to extra time. Will this continue with this game as the ball is just cleared up there by Badlashil? And it's played in. Congo have their another attack here potentially. Kalulu with the ball on the right hand side. Plays it in, and it's just cleared. Kudu. It's end-to-end stuff here, literally back and forth. And again, Akambi or Fuchs are just getting the space down the right-hand side. That's a real problem on the left for Congo. They really need to tighten up there. Hongla. They're just so stretched at the moment, Congo. Oh, just wide from Poha. Congo are just so stretched when Cameroon played down either wing, mostly the right-hand side. A few changes have been made, mainly for Cameroon. I know Amang just saw him come on the right wing for Cameroon. They're going for a fresh man, which is problems for Congo because their left side is just weak. That's all I can describe it as. It's pretty weak. Kudu, who's had a very impressive game. He's been involved heavily so far, not just in the goal he scored. He's driving Cameroon forward, and there's a good example of that. Probably should have passed, but he's just driving them forwards. Reminds me a little bit of Heung-min Son for Tottenham. You just worry whenever he gets the ball because he's going to create that little bit of quality. That's exactly what he's going to do. And by the looks of it, we are going to extra time. I don't know what to make of this. It was an absolutely frantic first half. The second half has just fallen a bit flat, but by the looks of it, Cameroon have just dominated that second half without really creating too much. It's a question now of, can Congo regroup, or will they just be too tired to withstand this onslaught by Cameroon? Yongwa. Straight from kickoff again. There's Anguissa, and he couldn't quite get away, but Congo don't get the counter-attack on. Silas. Their midfield has just been swamped today by the looks of it. It's Congo, so this is the first time I've really seen them have a spell of possession on the ball. Wissa. Haven't created much since the 11th minute, but no! They have just created a goal. Aldo Kalulu for Congo. It's so against the run of play. Cameroon have dominated this game. But the difference is Congo have just been clinical, and Kalulu's showing that. My goodness. The Congo the Congo strikers are just so clinical. Kalulu's second of the game. Mutusami also getting a goal earlier on. Cameroon have a lot to learn from Congo, it seems, from being clinical, because to be honest with you, Cameroon should probably be about 5 goals to the good at this point. Probably have at least 5 goals. They've had enough chances. Avina. Time ticking against Cameroon here. A man could recover this ball, and no, he won't. He'll actually play it out. Never mind. And looking at this, Congo's players are knackered. Actually, so are no, wait, that is Congo as well. Why am I looking at twice at Congo? I mean, Cameroon's defenders are tired as well. That probably explains a lot of this. But their front guys should be beating and battering the living daylights out of Congo's defenders, as their whole squad is shattered right now. Right, 15 minutes. Can Cameroon rescue at least penalties from this? That's possibly their best hope right about now, barring a massive turnaround for them. Kinzombie. We've had one simulation go to penalties. Oh, there is Wissa, and that could be it. That might actually be done. 4-2. And Congo have taken advantage of a very tired back line for Cameroon. Their strikers are still going well with energy, but it's just the back line. Just tired, shattered, knackered, done, finished. Oh boy, they got left flat-footed. And Wissa grabbing Democratic Republic of Congo's 4th goal. That's got to be it. He was completely out of place. Whoever their left back was, I think it was, no, it's not Musako, sorry. Twanzibi. He'll go back to Man U with a glorious African Cup of Nations medal around his neck. And there is Wissa. Oh, he almost grabbed the 5th. But Twanzibi will be happy to show that medal off to his fellow teammates at Man U. And I thought that was another penalty given, but no, it's a free kick to Cameroon. I think that might actually be it. We've got 8 minutes. Cameroon have gone very attacking, a 4-2-4 effectively, but it's not going to be enough. It's over. Oh, there's actually one more highlight, but even if Cameroon do score, barring a spectacular collapse, this is Congo's. It has to be Congo's at this point. You've heard of the commentator's curse, but if that was 3-2 up, then yes. And they've just given the ball away. But they've just won it straight back because Cameroon are shattered. Congo are running on fumes themselves, but they're running on the fact that they're winning 4-2 and about to be crowned the champions of Africa. The champions of Africa. I don't think Congo's ever won it before. This is their first time ever. History is being made right before our eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Mutusami, if they score 5th here, no, it's all over. It is over. We have new champions of Africa. And what a surprise it was. The likes of Ghana, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, who hosted this tournament, Cameroon, obviously in the final, Senegal, these are powerhouses. And South Africa, powerhouses of Africa. But your 2025 African Cup of Nations champions, ladies and gentlemen, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Congratulations, guys. A absolutely sensational victory. Is that on the level of Greece in Euro 2004? I'm not so sure. I mean, they do have some good players, clearly. Wissa, Kalulu, Twanzibi, Mutasami. They do have some good players in there. Some I've actually never heard of before, if I'm really, really honest. Obviously, Twanzibi I have heard of before. But wow, we have new champions, ladies and gentlemen. New African Cup of Nations 2025 champions, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Congratulations to them. And now, I don't even know when the next tournament will be. I think they do it every 2 years, do they? 1, 2, 3 years? Someone let me know down in the comments, because their tournament just happens in random years by the looks of it. Folks, if you've enjoyed this simulation and if you wish to see any more coming up, hopefully very, very soon, make sure to hit the like button down below and smash the big red subscribe button as well. It's free and it does help the channel out, trying to put the channel out there, hopefully to new eyes, and hopefully continue to bring you some great quality content going forward. But I thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.